Four, three, two, one. Hi, I'm John Miglosh for the WDMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Well, today we're going to start a little bit of a theme because I'm going to be speaking in Minneapolis on Thursday with Brent Bissell, who founded Direct Target One, a direct marketing agency, but he also worked for McCann Erickson and a bunch of other huge direct marketing divisions of huge ad agencies. So he has he had the opportunity to work on stuff that was just maybe a lot bigger than the catalogers that I worked with, and so it gives him just a very different kind of experience. So he's going to be presenting. We're going to be kind of tag teaming it a little bit, and I want to invite you go to wdma.org, and you'll see the event. That's where we post events up in the upper right, and click on that and reserve your spot because seating is limited. It's on the west side of Minneapolis at 3 p.m. on Thursday. And so in that spirit, I wanted to get a feel for breaking through the clutter in the digital world. And the first thing I did, and I hadn't done this before, so I thought it would be fun, is I went over to YouTube. Okay, and I said to myself, YouTube's got a lot of content. I wonder what YouTube's got in the last week or two on marketing. So I put in marketing, and I hit the button, and there's classes and keynotes and commercials, a lot of commercials, and mostly it's how to get a fancy car, and there's just no news. It's all promotional videos about something. And I was really kind of shocked because I think of, and I get on YouTube quite a bit, especially if I want to fix my washing machine. And there was nothing. There was just nothing. So don't look to YouTube except for my thing because my archive is up on YouTube. And you can go over here and see Miglosh Marketing and all the videos. This one's live now, so you can actually click on it live now every day at 10, and you'll see me talking. Just come on at 10, look up Miglosh, and you'll find it because most people don't know where to find it. And if you hit videos, then you'll see the whole archive. See, here's everything we've done. They've all got titles. They tell you how long they are. Not a lot of views on here because I don't promote it. This is like the first promotion I've ever done, to be honest, telling anybody that it exists. So, if you want to hit a bunch of videos and you can decide by topic, and there is a playlist. There's one playlist, which is Advanced RFM. Okay, so there's RFM, and we're working on another one, which is the break-even lifetime value analysis. Okay, so on that note, we'll go over here. Did you know that Toys R Us still exists? I didn't even know that. So, you learn a lot of stuff when you go wandering around and looking for marketing news. And there's still a Toys R Us in Hong Kong. And I wonder where else, if anyone knows, where else there are Toys R Us. I would be very interested in hearing about it. Maybe they will come back and we'll have Toys R Us again. Now, I spent a lot of time in Toys R Us with 4 kids. I knew the place by heart, and most of the people knew me by heart. But I doubt that. I haven't been there in years. But it was kind of sad. It was mostly a financial disaster where they basically went public and made so much money for the people running it that they decided to go public again for no good reason except just to line their pockets. And so in doing so, they accumulated a lot of debt and a lot of irate investors. But we're going to talk about breaking through. So let's go on. Here's an article about breaking through with meaningful content. Content marketing in the age of storytelling. Now, the problem with this, and I don't mind it. I usually am telling stories. In fact, the last talk I did in Minneapolis, Deb from Japs Olson, one of the owners there, kept hash marks of the points I made and the stories I told. She said I had over 30 stories, which I thought was funny. I've never counted them, but we have that on tape if you want to see it. Anyway, so I'm big on storytelling. And there was a story. Did you hear that? It was a story right there. But the problem with storytelling is first you got to get somebody to watch it. And that's our challenge right here. So I would really urge you to send this to your friends in marketing. You can send it to other friends too, but especially in marketing, and say, this guy is thought provoking. Don't try to say I'm right all the time, although I know that's pretty much the case. But say at least he's got a different perspective than all the articles. You know how hard it is to sort through all the articles that basically say AI is everything. We're going to have one of those tomorrow. I already got it picked out. It is a disaster. It's a disaster. And I'll tell you how exactly you can benefit from his perspective and how you can actually implement that. But let's not forget the past. Anyway, but today I really wanted to talk about this article I found on Vox. And I don't think I've ever read Vox before, because when I looked at all the articles that they had to offer, let's just say I have a different point of view on the world, which is why I thought it was cool. If you've never been to Vox, I suggest you tune in, because it had this article, why so many hip startups advertise with snail mail. That is, this is a progressive, I call it left-wing news source, and they're just, they're almost flummoxed by it. If you want to be cool and hip, do mail. How cool is that, right? So anyway, look at this. The idea of having, I think this is funny. The idea of having a mailbox full of actual mail seems outdated. Yeah. Print magazines, you can hardly find them anymore. Bills are paid online. And many, Sears, everybody said, oh, yeah, that just proves catalogs are dead. No, it proves Sears started dying when they gave up their catalog. And it was purely a financial play. The accountants had no idea what they were doing, because 10% of the revenue went straight to the stores, and that was making the stores profitable. So they not only killed the catalog, they killed the golden goose for the stores. The catalog was providing more profit. Now they were doing it at a loss, but they could have fixed that. They could have, maybe at 5% or something, they would have been able to fix it, but they didn't. They just axed the thing. And that was, I think, the beginning of the end. Anyway, so printed catalogs are cutting back. Oh, I forgot to post. I actually was able to download the Amazon toy catalog. So Toys R Us is gone, Sears catalog is gone, but guess who's got a toy catalog? Amazon. Yeah. It's only 35 pages or something. We'll see how it does. But I just think that's duck soup. It just shows you. And that's kind of the point of this article, is that while everyone's going this way, you want to go this way. Got it? That's the idea in marketing. Yes, you want to shoot when the ducks are flying. That's an old metaphor. I apologize for the gruesome hunting metaphor. But, it says Casper's, Harry's, Wayfarer, Rover, Quip. That's that new here. Quip. This is the new toothbrush for the 2020s. And it says that the way they've been doing it is they're mailing it. If you live in an urban city, you'll get a glossy blue booklet from mattress brand Casper, inviting you to try out its latest product. Why? Well, for one thing, you're walking or you're Ubering around. So mail is a way to get to you in a nice, polite way. And basically it breaks through the clutter. It breaks through the clutter here. Jemmy. I don't even know what this is, but I need a pair of these shoes. So maybe I'll get some of those. Jemmy, yeah. Sends mail to new and existing customers. Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, everybody should, I did this case study, and the VP of marketing, who was from a soda brand, said, why would we send mail to our existing customers when they already know us, and they already bought from us, and they already know what we sell? Well, because, maybe you can sell more to them. It's an old school play, but it's not too bad. So anyway, the bottom line is on here is that the conclusion of the article, we're running out of nice pictures, but sorry about all this. The conclusion of the article is that while your parents' mailbox was full of stuff, yours isn't. And 3 days last week, I had nothing in my mailbox at the office here. So you have an opportunity. You have a channel of information that the consumer kind of likes because it comes to them and they can look at it at their leisure. You have to look at it because it could be something, a subpoena or something. And before you throw it in the mail, you look at it. So you get through, and your brain connects 10 times more with touch than mail. So consider mail. And if you need an old mail guy, call Brent Bissell or call me, and we'll set you up with somebody who knows how to do it. Because it isn't exactly the same as whipping up a digital banner ad.